Everyone, today I'll be telling you about my first time as an artist at an anime convention. So let's get started, yeah! So if you've been keeping up with the channel, which isn't too hard because there's only a few videos on it for right now. But you'll know that I went to Tokyo and Tulsa 2017 for as an artist for the first time. Not necessarily an artist, but selling my books, a novelist, which is still an art form, by the way. But I just, wanted to tell you what I did and all that. I was going to show a video of the two panels I did, the fan fiction to publication panel and the Toonami panel that I ran, but I didn't record the Toonami panel for certain reasons. And the fan fiction to publication panel, I could have sworn I did record it, which after I went back on my camera, I found out that I did record it. But I did not know my camera stopped at the 10-minute mark, which I'm like, oh, okay. Hopefully I'll figure out how to make it keep going, and just save video and keep going with the recording. I have another convention I'm going to later on. It's Anime Fest in Dallas, Texas. So hopefully I'll be able to record the entire thing. If not, one of my best buddies is going, and I'll probably recruit him to keep my camera recording the entire time. So there we are, right there. I just wanted to say that I did have fun at Tokyo and Tulsa. I didn't do as well as I wanted to. I did better than I thought. There was a lot of people who were interested in my book, a lot of people who came to my fanfiction panel. And that was pretty good. I didn't think there would be. I thought there was only going to be 2 or 3. But there was a couple. I would say over 10. It was early in the morning as well, which that probably had something to do with it. Early on Saturday. One of the first panels to be ran on Saturdays. You tire yourself out the first day, and then you're like, I'm going to wake up at like 9 a.m. and enjoy the rest of the con. And you wake up at noon, and you're like, oh, well, there goes those panels. But for the people who did come out, thank you very much. For those who contributed to the panel, I really enjoyed it. We had lots of talking, that's what I wanted. I didn't want to just like lecture people. I wanted them to converse and talk and all that. I did learn some things from others, and I did learn how to run my panel better. And I was worried because there was only an hour and a half that I had at Tokyo and Tulsa. Thankfully for Anime Fest, I have 2 hours to do my panel. Mwahaha. So I'm very excited. I get to add more stuff into it, and hopefully, since I'll be recruiting one of my buddies, I'll have the entire thing out and I'll just like post that if you guys want. So yeah. The reason why I wanted to go to an anime convention to sell my book is, for one, I'm very comfortable there. It's something that I'm used to, and it's something that, I'm excited for anyways. And to have any excuse to go to an anime convention, I always try to find them. So yeah. And then of course, if you look at my book, it's animated, right? Mad Cat Studios, he does a lot of artwork. He's the one that drew it. He's the one that I tortured for a couple of weeks, drawing them just right. Of course I wanted them to be a little bit different. It's always like what's in my head versus what will actually show up on page, but I do love how it came out. And then of course he drew just the picture that you see, and then I added all of this and then put this back. I did the cover myself. It was really hard. I will probably show you guys how to do it later. I know now what to do, and it makes it way easier. So but as you can see, it's not just an animated, it looks like a video game cover. If you look at anything from PlayStation 3 cover boxes to the Nintendo to the Xbox, pretty much anything, you'll usually have a line up here that has like what it is as an Xbox or PlayStation. You'll have the name of the game here or here, Sometimes it's up here, sometimes it's down here. I wanted to, distribute it a little bit better. And then of course you'll have the art. A lot of games do have an animated style art, and I really like that, so it kind of meshed together. It was really good. I know someone told me, when they looked at it, they're like, oh, this is really cool, and they gave their opinion. How dare they? No, I'm just kidding. They told me it's like maybe not put my name up here, put it down here, and then have the name of the title up there, which, I understand why, because a lot of books do that. Like, of course, This one, this is nonfiction though, but this one, it has the name of the book right here, and then the person who wrote it down here. But I have seen books where the author's name is up here, and then the title of the book is down here. What I probably would do differently next time is make the title bigger. I was trying to fit it all because, it just has a semicolon, but maybe put that up there and put life down there. But I do love how it turned out. But anyways, no, that's just one part of the reason why I wanted to go to an anime convention to promote my book. The other reason, of course, is what the book holds. It's a video game novel, and where do you find video game people? Of course at video game conventions, but also at anime conventions. And it's not just a video game novel, it also has a lot of things that you see in anime. I kind of made it like, when I was writing it, I saw anime in my head. So, that's where a lot of it comes from. Anyways, I hope you all check out this book. My book, my beautiful book. I hope you all check it out. But yeah, I really enjoyed Tokyo and Tulsa. There were a few things that I'm like, man, why couldn't they do this differently? I actually went on to their little Facebook page and wrote out a 21-point thing of what I saw that they could have done differently. Just little points. It wasn't me trying to blast them. I have me, right? I've gone to a lot of anime conventions. I've gone to ones up north. I've gone to ones down south of me. I've gone to I've gone to many of them, and I plan on going to a lot more just because I love anime. I love cosplay. I love seeing people that are nerds like me. But throughout that, throughout being an attendee and this time as an artist and being a volunteer and a person who's on the main staff, all of that different stuff, I just, I wanted them to know, it's like, maybe you guys could do this differently. This is what I've seen at other conventions that worked well for them. Maybe it'll help you all out. So you might be able to still find my post online. They didn't take it down. It might be buried under all the other posts though, because there were a lot. There was actually, for my post, I thought it was funny because a couple of people responded, I'm like, oh, cool. And then, I didn't even think about it. And then when I get on Facebook a couple days later, like, boom! 130 people responded to your post. I'm like, oh, okay. That's kind of cool. And it was really cool because only one or two people were like, how dare you make fun of this convention? And I'm like, that's not what I was doing, but alright, your own opinion. They were just like, grrr, they'll love this con, how dare you make fun of it. But a lot of other people, tons of people were like, oh, this is really cool, I agree with this. Or they were like, I don't agree with this, but I love how you said it. Because, the main reason why I wrote that post was because a lot of people were just saying, this convention's stupid. Or, I hated this. And me as an author, I want to know, it's like, if someone's like, oh, I don't like this book. I'm like, okay, why? What did I do that you didn't like? I know I can't please everyone, but I always love critiques. I always love nice criticism. I don't want you to be like, oh, well, you did really good, duh. But I also don't want you to be like, oh, this book is stupid. Those two extremes are really terrible for anyone. Whether it's a novelist, whether it's a convention committee, whether anyone that's trying to actually improve on what they're doing. You can't be too nice, but you can't be cruel or mean. If you didn't like it, tell them why. Don't nitpick, unless they ask for it, don't nitpick. Or just be like, if I were to do it, this is how I would have done it. Like if I see a character that, they seem flat to me, I wouldn't say, this character's stupid. I would tell, the authors, like, I didn't necessarily like this character because he seemed one-dimensional. It didn't feel like he was an actual person. It felt like he was just someone off of a page, and this is why, Anyways, no, I'm getting off track. I loved Tokyo and Tulsa. I'm thinking of going back next year. Hopefully I can get a booth of my own. I actually shared with Mad Cat Studios, the guy who did this. That was nice. We were right there at the front of the door. It was really cool. Thank you for watching, and thank you for all that. And yeah, I'm just excited. I'm excited for my next con too. I have less books that I have to take, so that's nice. Because, you know, I'm not gonna reorder another order because I didn't get rid of this one. And I'm still starting out, so I hope to sell all of my books at this next convention because this is the last one I'm going to for this year. Kind of makes me sad, but it makes me excited because it's a 4-day convention. Oh my gosh. It's one of my favorites. Anime Fest is great. But yeah, I'll report on that and all that for you all. And as always, I will see y'all later, alligators. Bye-bye! Of course, being well would be like selling all my books and be like, haha.